welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Natasha and this is my series of eating at home. This is the official day 2 of eating at home. I'm getting breakfast ready for the kids. We're just gonna do these little French toast sticks. So I've got the oven preheating and we are going to get dinner in the crock pot because we've got cheer and stuff going on this evening. So I will show you all of that. Okay, so it's too early. The first thing I'm gonna do to get this dinner into the crock pot is I'm going to brown the meat. This is almost 2 pounds, and this is something that my son requested that I make today because we haven't had it in a while. So it's kind of like a beef stroganoff, I guess you would say, with like egg noodles and like a nice delicious homemade cream of mushroom gravy. And I usually put a couple cans of mushroom as well and some freeze-dried peas in there to have as the vegetable. So I'm gonna brown this up and then I'm going to put the meat into the slow cooker, and then I'm going to use the same pan to create my cream of mushroom soup from my cream of mushroom shelf-stable powder. If you would like this recipe, this is on my blog, and that will be linked below. But the way that I make this shelf-stable is I use Thrive Life's freeze-dried mushroom pieces. Okay, so I use these in this recipe, and that I always have basically cream of mushroom soup on hand, and I don't have to buy the store-bought anymore for cream of anything soup. Cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of celery. I can make all of it using the base recipe of this, but adding in the freeze-dried components with this. So you could even do cream of onion soup by using their freeze-dried onion pieces. The celery, you would just add in their freeze-dried celery. And cream of chicken, you would just use their chicken chunks. So lots of options there. Absolutely love Thrive Life. I use it, I personally use it for prepping, for storage, but I also use it all the time just as a daily thing. I do have my own freeze dryer. I have a Harvest Right freeze dryer, but there are some things that I just personally don't like freeze drying. One of them is mushrooms. I feel like I would have to get a really good deal on mushrooms in order to make it worth the quantity that you get back out. It is definitely a lot easier to buy a little can like this and use them in my recipes versus clogging up 4 trays in the freeze dryer. I would rather freeze dry my own meats, things that are more of a higher dollar that cost more. So I like to do that, or sales, as you guys saw, the pepper deal. Things like that is more what I prefer to use my machine for, because it does cost electricity and everything. But the other thing would be like the freeze-dried strawberries. We have freeze-dried our own, and that's fine, but I just prefer the ones through Thrive Life. I know that there's no additives, no chemicals, no preservatives. So if you're interested in that, they did just release all of their October sales and deals, and there are some good ones. So I lost my train of thought. It's too early in the morning for this. Why did I decide to do this series when I gotta film in the mornings? Ugh. Okay, so let's get back to this. Links will be in the description box below. Y'all know the drill. Let's get to browning this up. And I do have my, should put the timer on. I do have those French toast sticks in the oven right now for the kids going, so. Okay, so here is the first thing that the kids are going to snack on or eat for breakfast. They've got 3 French toast sticks each with some sugar-free syrup. Does it look yummy, Bubs? Go ahead, take your plate. Go ahead. Careful, they might be hot. All right, so I've browned up the meat.
well, mostly brown, enough. And I threw it in with those 2 cans of mushrooms. So the next thing I'm going to do is make my cream of mushroom soup. My recipe on my website calls for half a cup of the powder to 1.5 cups of water or milk. I know that my recipe has milk powder in it. So I'm just going to use water, and I'm going to double my recipe. So I just did 1 cup, and I'm going to do 3 cups of water in this. I just realized I wasn't filming anything I just did. Lord have mercy, it's too early in the morning. So I've got my meat chunks in here. I put in my 2 cans of mushrooms, and then I've added in some freeze-dried peas, and I've added in some freeze-dried onions because it is too early to be cutting onions. So I have that in here, and we are working on getting the cream of mushroom soup warmed up, so that way that starts thickening up for us. And then I am going to put this, I think, on low for 6 hours. It's like 10 o'clock right now, so that should be about right. And the last 20 minutes, I'm gonna add half a bag of egg noodles to it. And so it will be a nice beef stroganoff. And then if there's any left over for tomorrow, I will probably mix it up and try to beef it up and use the leftovers with rice. So maybe I'll make some dinner rolls too with this. Yeah, you should do that. I'm gonna get out my kitchen stand mixer, and we're gonna get some rolls going as well to have with our beef stroganoff. I like that idea. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. You can see it's started to thicken up nicely. It will continue to thicken as it's in the crock pot, but I did want to make sure that I got it up to temperature at least a little bit and thickened it up before I put it into the slow cooker. So I'm gonna pour this in and let this bad boy start cooking. All right. So that's what we got. It looks a little bit liquidy, which is just fine. Smells delicious. We're gonna add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and let this start. this is how the rolls turned out. I'm gonna butter them up. This should be delicious. I might even have one right now for midday snack. It's like 1 o'clock, so lunch, I guess. Might have one with some peanut butter and jelly. Just have a peanut butter jelly roll. All right, so here is dinner. The last 20 minutes I added in the egg noodles, and I had like 2 tablespoons of cream cheese left that I just threw in there just to get rid of it so it wouldn't go bad. But that is what we're gonna have, and then the rolls turned out great, so we're gonna each have a roll or 2 with our beef stroganoff. I hope you guys enjoyed today's eating at home video, day 2. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.